So I'm out in the garage doing lots of work. I have everything out of the back pretty much. The rear control arms all ready to drop out, just like this one. I just took it off in a piece because it's a lot easier that way. Gets a new diff mount, so the diff's just hanging there by the two jacks. Here's the diff mount right here. It's pretty finished. There's supposed to be rubber on both sides and on top. It's all disintegrated. So polyurethane differential mount is on its way, along with all the a full bushing kit. So this thing's getting all polyurethane bushings. I'm going to show you today how to remove a clamp type bushing out of a 280Z. So I've already gone ahead and taken out my control arm. As you can see, I have my left one off. I have my suspension out because it's a bit easier to show you guys if I took it all the way out. So here it is. I'm going to do the other side when I'm under the car. So clamp type bushing looks like this. So this would be the this would actually be the top of the control arm. It spins around like this. So what happens is this side goes up into the frame where there's a little recess in it, and then this clamps in like that and squeezes that so it doesn't move. And then this end, like every bushing has a kind of like a ring in it, a metal ring that is clamped by this. You see those? See where that slightly lighter colored metal is, where it isn't rusted? That clamps around here when you screw this in, so that the inside of the bushing doesn't move, so that that metal ring doesn't move. So problem is, often these metal rings get rusted onto the shaft and they're pretty much impossible to take off as is right now. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut off a section of the bushing, probably about a third of it off, so we can access it, because we're going to grind that ring off. So I went ahead and made a slit right here and right here, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Anyways, now I'm going to proceed to trying to rip that bushing off. Sometimes it can be a real pain, so you just got to pry it. The older they are, the easier it is to do that. See, it didn't come off completely, so you got to really carve it off. They're a pain in the ass. Every bushing. That's pretty much it. And then if you don't want to smell burning rubber when you're grinding on that ring, I would just suggest taking the whole thing off, which I will do. There, that's pretty much it. And you can just kind of carve off the little bits that are left on. So there. Now we have access to this ring. It ends right here, right where that knife is. And we're going to use the grinder, and we're going to go back and forth while it's running until you see a little crack open up. So you want to try and grind really evenly. And it's probably good to wear safety goggles, unless you're too cool for safety goggles. So I'm going to go back and forth, nice and slow. I'm going to take my time until you can start to see a little crack developing. You can tell once you get to the shaft underneath. You want to be careful you don't grind on that one too much. It's not a precision part because this ring goes over it. But you just want to just shade this enough so we can hit it and crack it, and then it will expand enough for us to pull it out. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually a really fine crack right through there. I'm going to get a chisel and I'm going to hit it right there, and it's going to split it open. just like that. So there it is. So the new bushing will come pretty much like that, except complete. So that will just insert just like that onto the shaft when I get the new one. So before we put the new bushing on, I don't have a new bushing, but I'll just use this one for argument's sake. We want to sand all this down, and you want to put grease over this shaft so we can slide the new bushing over there easier. Then you just bolt everything up, put everything back together, and you're ready to go. Alright, thanks for watching.